The following program is for mature audiences only. None of the information provided is intended to be medical or any other professional advice requiring licensing through any regulatory agency. It is for entertainment purposes only. Listener discretion is advised.
Hi, I'm Amy Satori. I'm an intuitive spiritual counselor assisting in raising the vibration of our planet. I was born with extraordinary gifts, experienced enlightenment for 6 months years ago, speak light language, and channel a being called Celeste, who is an ambassador for a Galactic Council of 60. I am able to scan your energy field for emotional blockages and talk to or aid in the healing of your organs using Qigong energy healing. I can also help you make decisions, talk to your pets, deceased loved ones, and your friends and family's higher selves. I can help you navigate your relationships and answer pressing questions in your life by talking with the unseen world. I use these skills I've developed to translate the images, feelings, impressions, and messages I'm given while tuning into you and your situation. I work Thursday through Saturday as a psychic for the Lighthouse Bookstore downtown Boulder, Colorado, and conduct remote readings all over the world. You can order a private reading from my website at amysatori.com. Please like, share, subscribe, and follow me here on Podbean, Instagram, my 1111 Twin Flame Forum on Facebook, and YouTube. Set a reminder in your phone to call live on the show any Sunday, 5:30 Pacific, 6:30 Mountain, 7:30 Central, or 8:30 Eastern to ask me a question, receive a blessing, or have me do some energy work on you. So, my friends, without further ado, let's get to today's show. And thank you for listening to the Satori Show. This is Amy Satori, your host this week. And it's daylight savings time, so it kind of messed with people. I made an announcement on Instagram just to remind you guys that the show is going to be at a different time. So we have a caller. We will get right into this. Hello?
Hello. Wow,
Hello.
You're on already. I'm so excited.
Yes.
Hi, Amy.
I don't usually get on early like this either. I just kind of felt like it, so it must have been for you.
Must have been for me. That is so funny. I have a little interesting situation. I've had a mystery pain creep up in my ankle.
Okay.
That's kind of intense. And I was hoping for maybe a little healing toward it, but I'm kind of curious because I can't pinpoint any reason that it would have shown up. I was wondering if we could figure out the reason that it showed up.
Yeah. Which ankle is it?
It's my right ankle.
Okay. Okay, hang on a second. This is funny. It's actually, they're showing a correlation between your ankle and your grandmother's side of your head. So that means that there's something, let me feel into it a little bit more here. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, this is craziness.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm seeing some kind of it looks like a medieval splinter. It's like iron. There's a big nail that's in your foot, the bottom of your foot at an angle, and it's pointed up towards your ankle. And it's related somehow to your grandmother, who was a soldier in a past life. And
wow.
Somehow she's the reason that you stepped on it and ended up getting injured. So...
That is crazy.
Right? The stuff is like, what? It's actually coming from the left-hand side of your upper head. So
I've never thought that those two body parts would go together.
Right? I know. Your phone is kind of crackly right now. I don't know if there's anything you can do about it, but I'm going to work on your energy while you maybe fiddle around with it for a second.
It's not my... Oh, let me take you off speaker.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yeah, and what I'm getting is your grandmother having to do with a soldier is like barking orders. It's like, okay, so it's like instead of listening to yourself and your instincts, you ended up listening to some soldier that was above you in rank, and they were yelling for you to do. He was yelling for you were both men, and he was yelling for you to do something, and you ended up stepping on something that went through your foot.
Wow.
And so you have that coming up right now because you were this age whenever that ankle started happening. You were that age when the injury happened in this past life. So, all right. So what we're going to do is I want you to take a look or go back. Try to put yourself in it. It's almost like just put yourself in a war zone for a moment and imagine you're kind of panicked. There's a lot of commotion going on around you. You're kind of freaking out and you're not sure what to do. So, and you hear this person who's your grandmother, who's a soldier from a past life, yelling at you to do something urgently. Okay?
Okay.
But what we're going to do is instead of that happening, instead of whatever this object is shooting through your ankle, I want you to picture that you hesitate for a moment because you listen to your instincts and instead you duck. Okay?
Okay.
And I want you to tell me what happens. We're changing the scene. We're jumping to a different timeline, essentially. We're creating a different reality. Okay, go ahead. So what's happened now that you ducked and you listened to your gut?
Somebody says run after that, and I run in a different direction. Then, yeah.
And are you safe?
Yes.
Okay, I just got chills.
I actually ran past. I know, I feel like I'm going to cry. Yeah, I actually went in the opposite direction of the one. Yeah, well, not really opposite, but like 4 o'clock. Like if it was 12, I went 4 o'clock instead of 12 o'clock.
Okay. Okay. So listening to your gut kind of saved your butt.
Yes. Those are connected too. It's all connected.
Okay,
wow.
So let me just see if there's any residual energy left in your ankle for a moment. Your ankle just, whoa. Okay, got a heart palpitation on that one. It's like your ankle wanted to know, am I truly safe? Am I stable? And I was like, yeah, you're all right. You're okay. It never happened. It never happened.
Yeah, I know. I feel vibrating right now.
Okay, so move around your ankle where it would normally hurt. Just kind of twist and move it around for a minute.
It feels good in most directions except for like one.
Okay, what direction?
And interestingly, it's like turned inward and twist and down a little bit. Down and inward.
Okay. So hang on a minute. Let me just see what to do here. Oh, okay. Okay. So there's another element we have to address. There's an element of when that did happen in that other timeline, as you were collapsing, like from this pain that you were feeling, you kind of fell. And when you had this happen, there was a moment where you felt like you hadn't set your family up. You felt like you had failed your family for a moment. So they want us to address this because somehow it's manifesting in your life right now. Kind of like needing to have everything all set up for you to feel okay. Yes. So
exactly. That's a huge theme.
Okay. So they wanted to make sure that was addressed before we just, heal your ankle thing. We needed to get all aspects out. Okay. So let me work on the energy for a moment. Okay. So they want you to okay. Let me see here. Okay, so I want you to go back to that new timeline that you chose where you got away, right? And I want the thought to dawn on you, oh my gosh, this is such a great reminder that I need to go take care of everything. Thank goodness that I listened to myself. Thank goodness I listened to my instinct, and I'm going to set up a will, and I'm going to set up everything so my family's okay if something should ever happen to me like that. Can you go there in your mind for a moment?
Yeah, I totally can. I'm like smiling in my dream. I mean, I have a helmet on. I have that khaki-colored uniform. I can totally see it. And I'm just like, wow, like an aha moment, like, okay, I know I have to do this. And then I actually see me getting home and driving in a car, in like a sedan. So apparently, I don't know where I'm going, but it worked out.
That's great. Okay. What relief. Okay, so I'm just going to like scan your body real quick. Okay, move around your ankle.
Oh. Okay. Now it's still turned in, but when I go up slightly instead of down, there's like a little twinge.
Okay, let me see.
But it's better.
Okay, good.
And my hip just popped.
Move around, wiggle around for a minute and try your ankle again. Like sometimes things adjust and different and kind of move around.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, now try your ankle again.
Okay. Wow. Oh. Okay, it's better except for one where I'm almost pointing my toe and slightly turning inward. So it's like really pushed down far.
Okay, hang on. That feels like some residual shock.
You know, I felt and really twisted this ankle bad when I was like 10, I think. And I wondered if it had something to do with that.
It does. It does. Okay, so let's go back to when you were 10.
Okay.
And remember the shock for just a moment.
Okay.
All right, so let's change that scene.
Okay.
And I want somebody to warn you that that's about to happen, or maybe your instinct. Again, we're trying to affirm your instinct kicks in, okay? And then just tell me what happens next.
I wobble, but I don't roll. I catch myself.
And again, that relief, like, okay.
Yes. Yes.
So I want you to affirm to yourself right now, I am stable and steady. And
I am stable and steady.
And I am ready and aware.
I am ready and aware.
Okay, so if anything should happen, I will be prepared.
If anything should happen, I will be prepared.
Okay, so how does that feel to take that on?
It feels good. It kind of really merges with a lot of the work that I've been doing lately, so it's pretty cool, actually.
Yay. Good.
I know.
How's your ankle feel?
Oh, my gosh. It feels good.
Yay. Hallelujah.
You're magic. I love you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're so awesome. I just love you. And if you're ever back in Marysville, come visit me.
Oh my gosh, I so will. I don't know when I'll get back there, but I don't have anybody that I really still
your whole
talk to.
family, your family left? I thought your family was there.
Well, my brother's there and my dad's there, but I mean like friends, like anybody else. I don't know who still lives there. You know, you never know.
Marysville's not a destination like place either. Although it was very pretty in the like 2 feet of snow that we had a couple of weeks ago, but yeah. But yeah, that's really so. Yeah. It was probably more like 18 inches. It was almost a whole week's worth. It was craziness. And there, yeah, I mean, we were snowed in. There's no plows or anything. So like the world shut down for like 3 days. It was kind of fun. I enjoyed it. So
cool.
I know.
Email me your information and I'll keep that in mind for the next visit that I go back to see those guys. Oh, you know what?
I definitely will.
It's just my brother that's there now. My dad doesn't live there anymore. I was just remembering wrong. because my dad, he's moved in a couple different places recently, so I don't actually know where he lives right now.
Oh my gosh.
He's always going to like Mexico and Hawaii, and I never know where that guy is, but I know he's happy. He's doing well, so.
I was going to say, that sounds kind of fun, actually. I kind of envy him, so good for him. I will definitely email you the info for sure.
Yay, thank you. I didn't get your name. What's your name?
My name is Kim. I actually met you at the bookstore when I was in Colorado in December.
Oh, yay, awesome. You told me you were from Marysville then.
I did.
Yeah, I remember that because we were talking about Seattle, and then we were like an hour north of Seattle. And you were like, well, which town exactly?
Yes, and I kept inching closer, and I'm like, well, I can't say Marysville because nobody knows Marysville. And I said it, you were like, oh my God.
That is so cool. That is so cool.
I know, that was such a fun session, actually. It was really cool.
Oh, good.
Well,
okay.
if you don't come to me, I'll eventually make it back to you for sure. So it's all good.
That sounds good. All right.
All right. Thank you so much, Amy. Have a good day.
You too. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Robert, here we are. How are you doing?
Hi, Amy.
Hi.
All right, I'm on here.
You are. You really are.
First time calling.
Okay, welcome.
Well, thank you. I'm calling today to try to maybe get some info on my twin, and I was wondering if you could look at, see what you pick up about that, maybe talk about if we've been past lives, present lives, or future lives.
Okay.
I didn't know if you could do that Qigong stuff, maybe on that, on one of us or both. You know?
Well, what I can do is I can tune in and tell you kind of like what your twin flame is feeling about you right now, and then I can do a blessing for you. And we have like a lot of callers, so I have to try to keep it fairly brief.
Okay.
So why don't you tell me, like, what's the last update that you have on your twin, and what's your twin's name, first name only?
Jennifer.
Okay.
And then what was the other question again? I'm sorry.
What's the last update? Like, what's the last you heard of her or any of that?
Oh, I know. I see her all the time.
Oh, you see her all the time?
I do, yeah.
Okay. Is she?
So yeah,
okay.
It's pretty regular, Amy.
Okay. Is she with a karmic or something?
We're both getting with our karmics are leaving us, basically.
Okay. They're jumping ship on you guys. Okay. Hang on. I actually feel like both of your people like can sense it, or they know about it or something.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's part of this, what the eclipse is doing too, is it's breaking people up so that true love can come together. So they're obeying the law of the energies right now.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
So hang on a minute. Let me feel into her. I feel like she spends a lot of time like thinking about you. You're like on the forefront of her mind. I see you like right here in her face. Not only just I forgot that you guys work together. I forgot that fast, but that I just remembered. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. But I also feel that. Does she have kids?
Yeah.
How many?
2.
Because she keeps trying to, like, as much as she wants to be with you, she's trying to put her kids first somehow. So I feel like your face comes in, and then she goes, "Oh yeah, the kids priority. They need to come first." So there's some way that she needs to make sure, and she's trying to be patient, trying to make herself be patient, because she wants to make sure that they're okay. Yeah. So let me see what else. No, she's already thinking up ahead. She's already thinking of what you guys can do and what you guys can have together. So.
Yeah, it feels pretty good. I just didn't know if you see anything like maybe about in the future or anything like that.
Well, and what I'm seeing her like thinking about a place for you guys to live together. I think that's about as far as she's gotten now. I mean, I don't see I feel like she thinks that things won't really change except you guys shifting around where everybody lives.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like she's even been looking into the cost of things and trying to figure out like what you guys will do.
She's probably listening right now.
Oh, she is.
She might be.
Hi, Jennifer. No, it's feels like you guys are going. I feel you guys like just coming together, but you just have to be like, this is very much Knight of Pentacles energy, where you each need to just be kind of methodical and slow about it, and secure and sure and step by step about it. Don't go rushing into it, especially with the kids. But
right.
Yeah, it feels good. So let me do a blessing for you guys.
Oh,
and
great.
And this will be to help smooth everything out and make it work out for the best of everybody involved, including the kids and especially the kids. Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
and I just got
kids.
this will be. Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be fun for the kids as well. If you guys like set that as an intention to make it a really fun time. Don't go into it with guilt or fear or apologetic to the kids. Make it like it's a really great thing what you guys are doing. You know what I mean?
So do we have like a mission for, like, let's say the people that we work with, or just people in general?
Yeah.
That will be involved in, or?
Well, every twin flame couple has a purpose together, a together purpose. So,
Okay.
And ultimately, a very general goal for all of them is to raise the vibration of the planet. But let me feel into anything you guys have something to do with kids. So.
Oh, really?
And listening to the kids as if the kids are adults, if that makes sense. Like not treating them like children, but seeing them as like almost even more evolved than you are. It's like honoring and respecting the kids because they're coming onto this planet now, or they're coming into this planet, pretty evolved little beings.
Yes, they are.
They're not like they were before, 20, 30, 40, 60, 80 years ago. They're different because their DNA has been being shifted by beings on the other side that are helping everybody evolve, and these kids are just like super kids. They're going to help really change the planet and make it a better place. All right, so let me do a blessing for you guys. If you'll just like drop your shoulders, relax, and here we go.
Okay.
Hamaika anatsai hala enkonsa bolo hahimbo konsa nina tai haha mbokonsa ashisina alake alapo onate tsana akapo. So I just saw like a bunch of organization happening, and I feel like I was reminded of the Sound of Music.
Okay.
And so it's kind of like lining them all up using a word or using a whistle or like something about like streamlining a process and getting them organized and all on the same page. So maybe that's like as you blend the family together, they'll all feel like they're equals because you treat them all the same and you use all the same keywords. So maybe you guys need to talk about, like, as you come together, talk about the language you'll use with the kids and just use the same language across the board. Does that make sense?
A little bit.
Well, if she's telling her kids.
Adults.
Oh, they are adult. All of them are adults?
All four, yeah.
Well, let me ask them what this means then. Hang on a minute. There's still something about favoritism and specialness or something. So maybe just make sure that you guys are make sure that you guys are cohesive in what you're portraying out. Don't have her be telling her kids something and you be telling your kids something different. Make sure you guys are like on the same page so that everybody's being told the same thing and there's no confusion and there's no feeling of like, well, I was told this, I must be more special. Like agree beforehand what you guys are going to be saying to them through this process. Okay?
Be on the same page. Okay.
Be on the same page. Communicate the same things. Nobody's to be treated special. Everybody gets the same treatment. Everybody gets told the same thing. Otherwise, I feel like there could be some jealousy and some spats and some things like that might come up.
But something to do with working with children is kind of a secondary mission. Okay.
Yeah, something to do with like I don't know. Did you guys treat your kids like that? Did you treat them like little adults, like little smart ones, instead of kind of, oh, you cutesy little la 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 la, like baby talk stuff?
I think it might have been a blend of that.
Okay.
I mean, my kids are 31 and 28. So,
okay. So maybe it has to do with, I just got schooling, something. I don't know. You guys will figure it out, but it has something to do with kids and treating them with respect and honor somehow.
Okay.
So,
we'll see.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Maybe just have a talk about it and see what you guys feel passionate about it. If you feel called, whatever this is, though, like, don't take my word for it. It's like whatever you guys are both passionate about, so a subject you guys are both passionate about and you both feel called to do, go with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it could be something else, like maybe fitness or...
Oh, totally.
Okay.
As long as it improves people's way of life, yes. And if you're off track and if you go the wrong direction, you will be course corrected.
Oh.
You will be corrected, and it's like they call those the tower moments in the tarot. But it's never for naught. If you get course corrected, you get to take all that experience that you had prior, and you just kind of avert it over here toward this. So let's say you go into this fitness thing and you don't believe me, right? So you go into this and you're just like all gung-ho, helping these adults and whatnot, doing all this stuff. And then all of a sudden something happens and you like lose that rental space, or they take another teacher in instead of you, and you're like, oh my gosh, what now? And then all of a sudden you find out that a friend has like a preschool program. They're trying to develop something having to do with, it's like you'll go in there and you'll use the example of a gym and some kind of exercise you were doing with the adults in the gym, and you'll apply it to the kids and help the kids have confidence in themselves, or like, show parents how to talk to their kids like adults, or I don't know. These things tend to just kind of unfold naturally. So don't worry about if you're going the wrong direction. Just head somewhere you feel passionate about.
Okay, great. One quick question, because I know you've got a lot of customers, but I was just wondering, like, well, I will be close to retirement age, not too long, but when that happens, do you see me staying in like the Midwest, or will I kind of, venture south or something like that?
Is the choice maybe south or east?
I do like Florida. Of course, I like Boulder too, but I'm guessing it would be something south, but I don't know.
Yeah. South and Florida does sound good.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, great. Yeah.
All right, thanks for calling. And good luck.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Amy.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Kathy.
Hey.
Hi.
I just had a quick question that I wanted to follow up on, but I didn't understand when we had talked before how my twin flame was codependent with his karmic. That I think just like, was it? I guess any information on that would be good.
I feel like it has to do with money.
Okay.
A lot of the masculines really struggle with having enough money. It's like they have plenty of money, but they seem to always feel like their security has to do with money and materialism. So it could be something that they've invested in together, or maybe something like maybe co-signing for a car, or an apartment, something like that. It could be. It just feels like some kind of a financial obligation. But I feel like and whatever it is, he's getting out. He's getting out of it.
Okay.
Sometimes they do that too. They don't realize what they're getting into, and they go ahead and commit to something like that, and then they're like, oh, why did I do that?
Okay.
So he definitely regrets it.
Okay. And then my one last question was, how did the karmic find out that he had cheated?
How did the karmic find out that he cheated? I feel like there's a picture. She saw some kind of picture and kind of put it together, probably on social media or something like that.
Just to confirm, it was me that, again, because I didn't know he had a karmic at the time, but it was it me who she found out that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And she about fell out of her chair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was just the question that I forgot to ask when we had our session. So that's
okay,
good.
cool.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Good night.
Good night.
Okay. First time caller. Hello.
Hi. This is Jennifer, who is the twin flame from the previous caller that you just talked to.
That was so funny. I'm like, okay. That's a first.
Yeah, I'm listening. Well, we're pretty close. So.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah. Well, it looks like you guys are headed the right direction. That's for sure.
Yeah. I guess we pretty much covered most of the questions. As you said, our karmas are leaving us. Pardon?
Have you thought much about the situation you guys are going to be going into, like what type of place you'll live in and all that stuff?
Well, we're both kind of looking at places to live right now. We haven't really talked about living together. Of course, we've probably thought about that. We haven't talked about that, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we're really planning on that right now.
Okay. Well, let me find out. Let me just see if there's anything that you need to know to help you plan for that, or if there's any like kinks that you should know about, any blockages or something.
Right.
Hang on a second.
Right.
It kind of actually looks like one of you gets a place and then the other gets a different place, but then it somehow falls through, and so then you end up moving in together. So I suppose if you want to get a shortcut, you may as well just move in together.
Okay.
Is there a particular family member or a kid that you're worried how they'll take this that I could tune into for you?
Yeah, my son.
Okay. What's his first name?
Jacob.
Okay, hang on. Well, he's kind of like that anyway. I don't think you can avoid getting around his attitude.
Mm-hmm.
He's just kind of hot-headed like that. Okay, and judgmental. So just remember that whatever he's saying about you is what he's actually feeling about himself. He's just going through a lot right now, and he's not handling it very well. So I just wouldn't take it personally. I don't even think there's an approach that you could take with him that would soften things, that would make it better. Honestly, because it feels like
I feel.
Yeah, it's almost like he would blackmail you. You know what I mean? Like he would go to an ugly place with it. He would be like, if you were to be like, I'm sorry, such and such, we'll make it up to me. We'll do this to me, and hold it over you and be kind of snotty about it. So I wouldn't even give him that. I would say, look, this is what we're doing. Unapologetically, this is what we're doing. So suck it up.
Yeah, that's totally like him. And his dad is, that's kind of what I think we kind of cover the twin flame thing, I guess. I'm going through this divorce right now, and can you feel into him? He's doing some kind of being okay on the outside, but doing some shady stuff in the background.
Okay, are you talking about your ex?
Yeah.
What do you want me to find out?
Is he being honest when he talks to me, or is he in the background?
No, he's maneuvering in the background. Definitely maneuvering. Wait, there's something else that they want to say about your Your son. Don't let him bully you. Don't take his stuff, You got to stand up for yourself. Don't put that on your twin either. You know what I mean? Like, don't make him have to defend you. You got to stand up to him because acting like a victim in this world, it's not going to cut it much longer for him. He's getting old enough to where he can be an adult now. And he needs to get over this whole victim attitude thing. Okay, hang on a second. Let me look at your ex. The ex is kind of like, he's maneuvering around like he's hoping you don't catch him, like he's hoping you don't see something. I don't know if he's like hiding money or if he's hiding a girl or like what he's hiding, but he's being.
I'm pretty sure he's hiding money because I've seen another medium who said the same thing, that he's hiding money.
Yeah, it kind of has energy of like him having something behind his back and him just kind of smiling at you and holding it behind his back, doing a little tap dance. I look nice.
He's a narcissist. He's pretty narcissistic, that one. So he's on the high horse right now.
Let me see.
Okay.
Just let me hang on. Let me feel into how to talk to him best right now.
Right.
Have your boundaries.
Am I handling the situation right?
Yeah, just have your boundaries. Be strong. Don't give in to him. Do not let him manipulate you. Do not let him charm you. Yeah, if he ends up trying to hide something that that he's trying to hide, I would just be super confident and look at the judge and be like, I know he's hiding this. I know he has that. And then just say, we're going to go after him. And just be like super confident that you have caught him in a lie. And I feel like if you have enough confidence when you say it, he's gonna back down and he's gonna confess.
Okay.
He'll admit it. So call him on it. Be confident and call him on it. Because he won't want to. If he thinks it's going to cost him more money, he won't want you hunting that money down or whatever. He'll cough it up. Yeah. And the judge will know.
That's kind of what I was thinking in the beginning, right? Was, is he going to want to spend more money and be looking for the money? Because I know he has something put away.
That judge is a really smart judge, too. That judge, already knows people like him and that they hide money and they do shady things like that. So I feel like the judge is already kind of in your favor and the judge is already kind of looking for that. That judge he's seen a lot. And is just a very wise judge. So you're in good hands. You're in really good hands. I feel like things will go in your favor. So just be confident.
That makes me feel better.
Good. Good.
Thank you. All
right, you're welcome. All right, have a good night.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You too.
Best of luck, you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Larissa. Let me see if I can get you. Hang on. Hey.
Hi there. How's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
It's going well. I was hoping for maybe a quick energy update or even status check. I haven't spoken to my masculine in a little over a month and have really taken the time to do a lot of introspection and self-work and actually understanding what it means to let go and detach and what codependency actually is. And I thought I had done a lot of this in the past, but I feel like it was very surface level and almost let me try to do this and see if he comes back, whereas it feels a little different now. And so I was wondering if maybe Spirit had any messages for me as to where I am, or I don't know, anything.
Did he used to be kind of a fighter? I'm getting the word scrapper. Did he used to get in bar fights or anything like that? Have some.
He has in the past, but mostly because of his group of friends. He's more of a quiet guy.
Yeah, it's he doesn't. It's it's in him all the time. Kind of, it reminds me of Good Will Hunting. Where he's super intelligent, and he thinks everybody's kind of stupid. and he pretty much just kind of stays to himself like a skunk until like somebody really messes with him, and then he pops off and can't control himself. That's what it feels like.
But it's more like popping off at the mouth than it is like physically, because he's not super huge.
Okay. So whatever that issue is, I feel like he is working on that. I would almost think that he's taking some kind of a communication class or something, like nonviolent communication. He doesn't want to burn you with his communication style. So let me feel into this for a minute. He has some guilt and regret over some things that he said to you, in fact. And
that makes sense.
Yeah, and he doesn't feel like super confident in his ability to calmly express his feelings. So somehow he's making peace. He's doing healing too. He's doing the same healing work you are, but from a different angle and about a different subject. And he does.
Because like the last time, sorry.
No, I'm just feeling like he's got like a jealousy or something problem, some kind of problem that makes him want to pop off like that. So he's working on that. Counseling. He might be going to counseling about what that is. Yeah.
He would probably tell you that I am more of the jealous one, and I would have to agree. Whereas he always made it seem like he was calm, cool, and collected, and like other guys like wouldn't faze him. And I think like our biggest issue was just we were not on the same page. Like he had no problem denying connections or denying feelings and just wanting to keep it like friends or friends with benefits, and I didn't want to kind of settle for that.
Mhm. Okay. So hang on a minute. It's like I'm not seeing him want to like rush back to you. It's more like what I see is like his arms kind of going around, kind of coming in the back. Like he's afraid to touch you almost.
Oh yeah, because I walked out.
Okay. Yeah, he's just really, really careful. The desire is there. His faith in being with you is strong. His determination to be with you is strong. He's just really unsure about the angle in which to approach you from. So he's just trying to, the next time he communicates with you, he wants to somehow heal something that's happened. So he wants to be careful that he wants to be careful to not trigger your jealousy. So he wants to be really careful how he approaches you. But I feel like it's a good thing. And I feel like whatever the issue is, it's done and over with. And
it is. I feel it is.
Okay. And so he wants a clean slate, but he's just kind of like, I see him like bent over like somebody just ran a marathon and they're catching their breath. So it's like he's just kind of like leaned over with his hands on his knees, kind of catching his breath right now. And then he's going to come to you and talk to you about all this.
But is it still under the guise of like we're friends and there's no connection?
No. Nope. No, he's going to get honest. Hang on. It could take him like 5 to 6 weeks though.
Yeah, I figured. Nothing moves fast.
Yeah, but he's really going deep right now. He's really going deep to see the truth of all truths. So, good for him.
Yeah. And now that I know this, how do I continue on the right path without, like, holding on to hope? Like, I just want to keep trudging forward like I have been. But, like, there's always that, how is he?
Yeah, I know. Gosh, I know. Okay, so hang on a minute. I just got curiosity killed the cat.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, hang on though. Isn't it kind of like being in a zoo though? You keep like wanting to see what the gorilla is doing next. Is it like scratching its butt? Is it eating a bug? Is it like grooming another gorilla? It's like like a freak of nature or something. You're just like, what is that creature? What's it doing now?
It's funny.
They're like such a puzzle. Okay, hang on a second. All right, so it's treat it as if you've just found out that he's coming back from being on duty or something. He's coming back in 6 weeks. You know that he is. He's not going to be able to have any contact with you in that time, and just start getting ready.
Okay.
Just like love him from afar. Know he's coming. Get everything in order as if he is, but forget about it too, and just know that that's off in the future, and just take care of get all your ducks in a row. If you need to pay off some bills, pay off some bills. If you need to, like, whatever you got to get in order, treat it as if, like, when he gets there, you want to really give him a good amount of time. You want to dedicate some time to him. So take care of anything that would be too much of a distraction in the future.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotta keep working on
that. Does that feel okay?
Releasing a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then just keep working on whatever triggers you in the meantime.
Yeah. There's a lot.
Well, good.
Right.
Little nuggets of gold. The more things that you work on that you get triggered on, the freer you become. And isn't it nice once you actually start looking at your shadow side, how easy it really is to get over once you do it? Once you find out a good tool or method, you're just like, dude, this is like no sweat. What was I worried about?
Exactly. And then understanding that the things that seem to repeat are just to kind of make sure that, okay, this is actually no longer triggering me.
Yes.
So I guess I can move on.
Yes. I choose different now. Oh, okay. I can do that.
Exactly. Exactly. I love it.
Okay, cool. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good night. Bye.
You too. Bye.
Okay. Hello?
Hi, Amy.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am okay, thank you. I spoke with you, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks ago, and I talked to you about having gone through many changes, including moving in the last few years. And one of the things that happened during my most recent move, when I sold my house, a friend convinced me that I should stay with her a while to then choose where in the city I would get an apartment. And I finally said, okay, I'll do that, and brought my cat with me. And I'd had my cat for 14 and a half years, and my cat was not happy there at all. And neither was I. It turned out to be a pretty bad situation. And while I was there, I took my cat to the vet to have her checked up. And they kept her to draw blood, and when I went to pick her up, she died while I was on my way there. Her heart had stopped. And I've had a tough time. Well, I was doing pretty well till this week, but part of me feels like it's my fault that I let her down, that I put her through so many changes. And because we were in the same house for 12 years, and I had her for 14 and a half, and the last 2.5 years of her life were full of change. And I was at times frustrated because her presence made trying to recreate my life, more difficult. And so I feel like sometimes that those feelings were part of the cause of her going when she did. And so I wonder if you can feel into her at all.
Yeah, I'm so sorry for your loss. It's that situation can be so rough.
Oh my gosh, I cried so much when she died because I was so not expecting that. I was on my way to pick her up, expecting to pick her up. My face hurt from so much crying. And then the last couple months I was pretty good. And then, I would have a few times with a few tears, but the last few days I'm just like having moments of bawling. So
you gotta let it out. I mean, I've had so much tragedy when it comes to animals that I've like my last marriage, I would wake up in the middle of the night bawling my eyes out of nowhere, just crying really hard. So I totally get it. I do. And
what I have the hardest time with is feeling
the
like
guilt.
Feeling as well that I didn't take care of her the way I should.
Yes. Yes, but now I felt into that whole thing, and I wish that I could kind of lend everybody like my eyes sometimes, or my knowing, or something, because I'm also feeling her in spirit. And then she's very like light and flitty, almost like a fairy or something now. And she's very, very happy with how everything turned out. Yeah. She didn't like being in your way, and she felt like a burden to you. But it wasn't that anything went wrong, and it wasn't that she was like, okay, well, life was just great until all this changed. What it was she was destined to go at that time. That's why she had aged so much beforehand. It's like she was ready for that age to go. She was actually ready. If she could have made her death happen sooner than that, she probably would have, but she didn't have the chance because you kept her so safe. So as soon as she had an opportunity, she took it. So it was all meant to be, and I see her circling back around and coming back as another cat. I feel specifically a cat. She doesn't want to be a dog, or anything else. She wants to be a cat.
Well, maybe she'll be with my son. I don't think I want to have any more animals.
I totally understand. Oh my gosh, after you've been crushed.
We actually got her. The whole reason we got her was when my son was little.
Okay.
And he's in Denver now, and he was actually supposed to take her when I moved. I moved down to Houston and from Chicago, and then he ended up getting a dog, and then we knew that wasn't going to work because she'd been all by herself for 12 years and never had to, get along with anyone.
Oh, she's being really funny though, because she's like so determined. She's like, I'll wiggle my way in. I'll wiggle. So.
Well, I did love her. But,
yeah.
Oh my God.
When she comes back,
hurt too much.
Yeah, when she comes back, she's going to come back, and it could be, sometimes they come back as a stray cat or like a neighbor cat that won't leave you alone, or they sneak in the back door. But when she comes back, she's going to be very playful and funny, and that's how you guys will know that it's her.
Can she tell you if she's actually visited me? Because I did just a few times, just a few. In my new place where out the corner of my eye, I feel like I see her coming towards me, and then, of course, you look in the...
Yeah, she said like 3 times. She's come to see you about 3 times.
Okay, well, I was thinking of 2 or 3. I couldn't really remember, but I knew it was just a few.
And she's going to visit some more times too. But she's really having a good time on the other side. Yeah, she's so happy over there. She's so like... That stuff doesn't even faze her.
I'm sure she is, because she was an indoor cat.
Yeah.
Always indoor.
She's having a ball.
So, and she was curious. She was such a curious and smart. She was so intelligent.
Oh.
So.
Yay. Okay. Yeah, so all you got to do
and then,
is deal with your feelings of guilt. Guilt doesn't do us any good. I mean, what guilt can do that is good is that you can want to rectify a situation. But continuing to punish yourself or to feel bad about something like that, one thing that you could do is, basically, if you stay in that energy, you're just going to be kind of useless to the universe. So what you want to do is get to a point where you just remember the good stuff, and you just kind of like avert your attention over here. Go ahead and feel the pain and let it come up and cry and have sorrow. And then as quickly as you can, just kind of veer off over to the side and go to appreciation and gratitude and laughing at what the cute little things she would do and things like that. Maybe even look forward to her coming back somehow and you recognizing her someday in another cat or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, and I felt like I had kind of gotten to that place after like the first of the year.
It comes in waves.
Was finally settled. I knew it. But yeah, and maybe it's Mercury retrograde because it was just this week.
Yeah, so. Mercury retrograde makes things come back from the past that, that need readdressing. So, yeah.
Well, I have one more question that's quicker, much quicker than that. I've toyed with the idea over the years of taking Reiki, but not as in order to perform Reiki at all, just for myself, for my own growth. And so I just today saw a class offered by a store here in Houston for the end of this month, and I'm thinking, maybe I'll just do that. The person is a Reiki Alliance master since 2001, and she apprenticed under a woman named out of Phoenix. And I'm just, I guess I have two questions. One, does it seem like this would be like a helpful thing for me, just for my own personal growth?
Yes.
And two, are you familiar at all with, can you touch, and if this is like this particular class teacher I'm looking at, it's not the woman's name.
Okay. So I'm going to tune into the person who's going to be teaching you directly and working with you directly.
Her name.
You don't.
Yeah, the directly person.
Okay. Yeah, I can feel her already.
Okay.
So I don't.
Because I'm looking at her name, maybe that's.
Okay. I feel like she's patient. She's methodical. She's organized. She's a little on her masculine side, so don't expect somebody warm and fuzzy
Well,
yeah.
And that's fine. What about her qualifications as an instructor, as a master? How do you feel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
That's what I'm.
Hang on. They want me to look at the energy work she's doing. Hang on.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like she really, she knows. Yeah, she knows her stuff, and yeah. Oh yeah.
And maybe the reason you told me about her being masculine is because I do come from my feminine, and sometimes feminines that are highly masculine sometimes
rub you the wrong way.
Is a break. It's a little. I mean, I recognize it. I'll recognize it, and I'll see it, and just be like, okay, that's what it is. But it doesn't always feel good.
Yeah, and it's like if anybody else listening wants me to tap into somebody that like try not to use their first and last name. I'm going to bleep this out for the show that we're going to put on YouTube. Just because it could be a liability for me talking about somebody. You know what I mean? So I try to, I try to keep things as anonymous as possible.
Right. And actually, I didn't give you the name of the actual teacher.
Okay,
I gave you the name
of
the person that she practiced under.
Gotcha.
So
it'd be fairly easy enough for somebody to find out who that is, though. But so I just want to be really careful. But maybe I'll just bleep out the woman's name. But anyway, it doesn't matter.
Right.
I think you're safe. I think you're good. I think you'll get a lot out of it. I feel like you're gonna take it and make it your own thing afterwards. Once you get this education that you're going in for, you're gonna do your own thing with it. You put your own twist on it. It'll be really cool. Really cool.
Okay. And I'm really thinking just for opening myself up more to understanding.
Cool.
Yay. Okay.
Good luck.
Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate your information.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a great night. Okay.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, Margaret, where are you? There we are. Hey. Hello? Margaret? Hi.
Hello? I'm not Margaret.
Oh, you're not?
So.
Oh, okay. Edie.
No.
No, go ahead. It's your turn.
Oh, I didn't know if someone was screening it, and I'm like, oh, no one spoke to me. I just got on. I guess I'm going to be quick. I wanted to know, I mean, I've gotten readings with you in the past, so I wanted to know if you can feel into my twin, Francis, and let me know where he's at or what he's thinking, what's going on.
Okay.
I haven't seen him in about a year and a half, and it's been, I guess, a few months since we've spoken.
Okay. Well, his attention is definitely on you. He's doing some planning and plotting, strategizing on how to get to you. And I'm trying to figure out whether it's temporary energy, whether he's just like wanting to come talk to you, or if he's wanting to actually, no, he wants to be with you.
Okay. What are the blockages or hurdles then?
Location.
From his end.
Location. Something about location. Also, money. Ooh. Wow. Okay, so he may be thinking about some like serious commitment. He might be really thinking, which would make a lot of things have to line up, you know, like a job and a home, and he's got a lot to think about right now, but he's definitely wanting to go forward, and he's watching you to make sure that you don't get taken. What NASA?
Okay. No, I mean, like, I feel like time is passing me by, and I don't want to wait for him, and I'm not. So I don't know why he doesn't feel like the clock is ticking.
Right. Yeah, they do. It's really, yeah. You know, it's kind of like the universe does it when the universe darn well pleases. So it is kind of hard, like waiting for them, and I wouldn't recommend ever waiting for anyone. So let me get some guidance for you. Hang on a minute. Okay. Yeah, he has a little bit. He's overcoming self-defeating thoughts. So he's realizing that some of the things that he's thinking, like he's doing it to himself. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that kind
so
of.
So it's like he's like, why am I getting in my own way? This doesn't make any sense. And there's a little bit of excitement in it. He's like excited to go forward. It's just, let's see, when is he going to communicate with her? She's tired of waiting, you guys. Well, it actually feels like he's going to try to get closer to you first.
Distance, location-wise? Oh, okay. So you feel like he might move? There's a move in his
I think
future?
so. I don't know why he wouldn't contact you though to make sure that everything's kosher first. But I think he's just decided that that's where he wants to be anyway. You know, so he's like, I guess if she rejects me, then I'll just be there. In fact, it kind of feels like I know that she knows that she wants to be with me no matter what. So even if she's with somebody, I'm going to compete to win her over. I'm going to do what I can to get to her. Even if she's taken. It's like he's not going to take no for an answer.
Also, I guess my second question is pretty general, and it might help everyone. I don't know if you know or if you could ask your guides. How could you differentiate between like a twin flames behavior and a behavior of someone who's just narcissistic? Like, you know, the ghosting, blocking, or silence.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That kind of thing. I mean, because twin flames do that too. And then how do I know if this person is just not like narcissistic and I'm like, you know, in that kind of genre and it's really not my twin then?
Okay, so I call those like a false twin flame, but you can put any label on it. Okay, I would say if they're kind of an asshole, if they just really don't give a crap about your feelings at all, and they're being a total dick, that's probably, or if they're abusive, if they hit you, if they just don't have respect for you being a human being at all, and they don't seem to have a conscience at all, then they probably are a false twin flame. But I have seen a lot of guys who are pretty selfish change their ways.
Okay. I mean, I feel like my twin is kind of selfish, so I mean, it's crossed my mind before.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how they can bounce out of that and kind of wake up kind of like an alcoholic, and he may be an alcoholic, I don't know.
Uh-huh.
But it's like some of these
Okay.
people who are kind of being reckless with their lives and they're self-sabotaging like that. It's like they suddenly wake up from a trance or kind of like a zombie waking up and going, "Oh, wow. Now I'm alive. I'm not going to eat people anymore." I don't know. It's like they kind of snap out of it.
Okay.
And you'll hear this a lot in AA and things like that where they felt like a totally different person while they were under this so-called trance. And they were totally selfish and narcissistic until they snapped out of it, whatever the addictive pattern or the karmic pattern was. So, but definitely if they show up in that way, if they show up being narcissistic and selfish, don't have anything to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, I have enough self-respect to totally walk away from that, and I would not say for sure. Do you have any last messages from him or his higher self?
Well, I was going to say too, if they drag their feet and waste their time for too long, it's like the universe is going to bring in another option. So, I mean, I just talked about this in a recent other video on YouTube that you guys can watch. It's about, you'll figure it out. It's one of the recent ones about something about being ready for love or picking is this the one? And do you know that you're ready? That would be a good one.
Yeah, I saw it. I think you posted them today.
So I would listen to that one as well, just to feel reassured that there are other options that come through if these guys drag their feet. So let me see any message from him. He's holding your hands and looking you in the eyes. He's like, you know what I know, and I know what you know, and we know. So, you know. That's hilarious.
All right, Amy. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
Have a good evening.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Hello?
Hi.
Hello. Yes.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. So my name's
Christy.
And so I have a question for you. So I have had some interesting things happen. I don't want to say health-wise, but just funky things with my body over the last little bit. My knee was starting to hurt, and I figured out what was going on there. I think it's like some arthritis and stuff like that. And then I had a really weird situation with I accidentally spilled a cup of hot water off my counter, and it burned my leg. And then all of a sudden my shoulders started hurting, and I am like, what is going on? You know?
Darn Mercury retrograde.
Over the past couple months. But I mean, I know that sounds super funny. I mean, I am a twin flame. I'm like all of that stuff, but I'm like seriously speechless now because I love to exercise. I love to run. I love all those things in my life, and I don't know if this is something that I can ask you about, but I just am like, is it just the joys of getting older, or
Oh, okay. Hang on a minute. No, it's wear and tear. It's wear and tear, but it doesn't necessarily have to be about getting older. I've been taking lessons on. It's called the Alexander technique, and this is going to sound so bizarre to any of you who've never experienced it, but basically you kind of learn to sit and stand and lay down and go upstairs and things like that the correct way. And when you move the correct way, your body kind of unravels itself. I haven't needed a chiropractor for a long time, for months now. So in a lot of any kinds of, I've had a knee problem, which you would think I'd be doing energy work on. But it's I want to be nurtured. I want somebody to do the work on me. And I know that it's partially my masculine. So, but it's like, that type of stuff has really diminished by doing this. So there really is something to be said about the way that we move and how we hold ourselves and things like that. So, and I also like Eric Berg on YouTube. He's got this really cool thing going where he's like, I'm getting younger all the time, not older. So we don't have to get older. We can keep ourselves younger all kinds of different ways. So, and he looks very, very young. Don't convince yourself that your body's going to fall apart as you get older, because that's not necessarily true. In our belief system, our belief system can really convince us and produce things that just, that didn't have weight before, and now all of a sudden do. So let me feel into your body. Having said that, okay, what they're telling me is that they want you to become more hyper aware in the moment. They want you to be more self-aware. So if you are, it's kind of like when we have a physical ailment, it's because our higher self is trying to tell us something. So the physical ailment isn't from arthritis. Whatever's wrong with your knee actually comes from some kind of an emotional issue. So has your knee been hurting lately?
Not lately.
Is there anything that's been hurting lately?
My your left shoulder. So if I hold my arm straight in front of me and try to lift it up, like halfway point, or even just above that, like say, you're doing kinesiology or whatever, it hurts. And it feels like I just need to pop it, or maybe a nerve is pinched. But those have kind of been my feelings. I'm like, is there something deeper, than that? Just exactly what you were just talking about.
Can you make it hurt right now and put it on a scale of 1 to 10?
So it's probably 8.
Ouch.
Or 9. Sometimes it feels like, seriously, if I even take my bra on or off or whatever, anything that I have to do to stretch it or even pull it around the side, I was like, is my arm broken? I know it's not broken, but it's just a lot of pain that way.
It might be a fracture.
So I just didn't know.
Have you had it looked
deeper.
at?
Okay.
Like an X-ray taken?
I have not.
It could be a fracture. But let me see what I can do for it. Hang on a minute, because I might be able to take care of it. Okay, feel it.
Oh my gosh, so that is a huge improvement. Now I can lift my arm almost to parallel, so straight in the air, parallel to my head, and then it just barely starts.
Okay, so what number is it at now? Okay.
Oh, a 3.
It's kind of it has to do with. Okay, it's kind of feeling. It's sort of feeling of a man having to do things for you. Kind of feeling hesitant unless a man puts his 2 cents in worth. Does that ring a bell? Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of
it does. I mean, I am single, but I've got.
Yeah. It kind of has that feel of, I don't want to go into the mechanic shop unless I have a man's input. a friend who's a man or a boyfriend or whatever, right? Kind of like that type of,
Yeah.
Hang on. All right, how's it feel?
Amazing. Right now it just feels like
Okay.
it's just sore.
So give it a couple days, it should be completely gone.
So, okay, and for this, a man has to do things for
Yes.
me. I need to work on the healing of that, right?
Yes. Let me ask how.
Okay.
Hang on. Confidently make decisions and then see that you made the right decisions. Use your instinct. Oh, it goes back to the self-awareness thing that they were trying to bring your attention to earlier. It's almost like ask your intuition's advice on every single thing that you do. Like, should I go out this door right now? Should I go to the bathroom right now? Should I just go upstairs? Like, don't just be on autopilot and do everything automatically. Kind of like slow down your processes and pay attention to the aches and pains in your body and tap into your intuition about what's that about. Like, should I eat that sandwich? Is that a good sandwich for me? Like, ask a billion questions of your intuition as you go along. So,
okay, I love it, because that's exactly, I have been so busy lately and so many things going on that I am like going through the motions and not paying more attention to that.
Awesome. You could split your attention. You could stay busy if you want to, but also like divide your attention up between whatever tasks you're doing and being totally present in your body and feeling the aliveness in your body, the tingling. That's one way you could do that. So stay aware of your body at the same time as you're doing other activities.
How about, okay, I shouldn't say this, not my, sorry, one more question, not the way that I'm currently eating. I have been eating much better in the past. Stress eating lately, for the last little while. Is the eating program that I am on when I'm disciplined, or whatever the word is that a good program for me, or do I need?
It's like make peace with hunger. Because part of stress eating is, I'm hungry. Look for the quickest thing, grab it, eat it. It's like trying to ease the pain of the hunger. The hunger being even sometimes emotional pain. But if you can make peace with the hunger pain and almost fool yourself into thinking that when I'm hungry, I'm burning fat, then you can kind of switch that around to being like, I'm burning. This is great. So you can be excited at the feeling of the hunger and your stomach will shrink.
Yes.
And then you can do some, what do they call it? Inadvertent fasting or alternating fasting, like having intermittent fasting. Thank you. So, you can do 1 meal a day, one time, 2 meals a day, 3 meals, just switch it up on your body. And then if you can just make peace with that hunger feeling and have some tea instead or something like that, stop eating earlier in the evening than you have. Hang on a minute, and let me just see if there's anything else in there. Cater to your feelings, be like, wow, I feel really sad right now. What's that feel like? I think I'll take a bath. Like, do something that makes you feel good and tends to your feelings instead of like suppressing them, or just like we tend to, when we're doing the emotional eating, we'll just we'll notice it and then we'll go, yum, 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 yum. And we'll ignore it. It's almost like you're ignoring it.
Yeah, it's like that.
I'm just kind of ignoring it. So, just be aware that the sadness is there and just be like, oh, look at that sadness. And then go, maybe a bath would be a really nice thing to do for myself with that sadness. Or let yourself cry. Like, stop the movie you're watching or whatever and just have a good cry about it instead. To get those feelings out.
I love that.
Cool.
That is perfect. Okay. Anything else? I'm wondering.
Water.
I think that's
water would be very, very good for you right now, very healing for you. So it's funny that I mentioned a bath because I feel like baths are like perfect for you right now with salt, like with Epsom salt or something in it. Toxins. Oh, they're talking about toxins too. Like make sure you're drinking detox tea and stuff while you're doing this diet you're doing. It'll help like flush stuff out instead of it getting. Sometimes it'll give you anxiety if you start losing weight and the toxins start coming out and they have nowhere to go. So if you're taking a detox tea at the same time, it'll be flushing that stuff out so it doesn't give you anxiety.
Okay. I just started with like a fiber and kind of like this little green drink, and I feel like that's starting that process. And
getting something about butter.
We'll see.
Do you use butter?
Okay. I don't. I started trying that, but I felt like my body was like so greasy when I started doing.
What do you use instead of butter?
Avocados.
Really? That's good.
And not all the time. I do cheese.
Okay.
But I'm feeling that the cheese may not be super great for me.
There's avocado oil too. It's like olive oil, but it's avocado oil. If you do butter, try like unsalted butter. You don't have margarine, right? You don't use margarine.
No, I actually use the grass-fed butter.
I know what you're talking about. The Irish butter?
Everybody uses it for keto.
Yes.
Yes, yeah. So if I do use butter, I do have that.
Okay.
So.
I again, this is the second time I'm mentioning his name, but Eric Berg is great for the keto diet. Awesome advice.
Yes. Got that written down. I am so excited. Yeah. I'll check that out. And then that Alexander technique.
Cool. Maybe there's a teacher in your area. It's pretty cool stuff. Awesome.
Okay, I'll look. I will check it out. Thank you so much.
Have a great night.
I appreciate it.
Okay, bye.
You too. Bye.
Charlotte. Are you there? Hello? Charlotte? Let's see. Where are you? No, did you walk away from your phone, girl? Hello? Okay. So, thank you guys so much for calling into the show and spending this time with me tonight. And I very much appreciate all of you who are watching and listening and participating. And I think I'll do a little blessing for you guys, anyone who's watching right now. Just relax for a moment, and I'll do this little blessing just for you guys, okay? Ashipi unso toana ay kalapona a ea hahi mokonsa ashisinkin po leporana ay ha ambon santai inat kalapona tatesa. Hishi simo como ai halapinata sanaka ambo ona. They were talking about, when I say they, I mean my guides, we're talking about that you guys just need to be patient and go with the flow of life and don't try to force anything and don't try to just accept everything as it is, as best you can in your reality, and you will manifest things more quickly that way. Okay, have yourselves a lovely day, afternoon, or evening. And I send you all a big hug, and I'll catch you next time here on the Satori Show. Bye.